Alright, so this is a first for me. I don't ordinarily do reaction videos. But I found these about a week ago, and these were uploaded like 3 months ago when I was on my hiatus. So no wonder it kind of went under the radar. And by when these were uploaded, my channel was probably less than 1,000 subs in. So my exponential growth is probably due. It's probably in part to Old Man. So a little acknowledgement is overdue. I kind of just sift through some of the older stuff too. So these are going to be more or less out of order, and I might be missing a few just because they went under the radar.
All right, so next we have an ice cream hovercraft approaches, and this is by Sleeping Forest Productions.
I really appreciate how he name drops the creators of each video. That's actually really thoughtful of him. On this one, though, I can't really take credit for it because it was edited by the partner who left the channel. For more information on that, more or less, is in the update video. I'll link somewhere.
Asked for by Asian Arrow. Here we go.
Brother, the ice cream hovercraft approaches. May I borrow an Imperial credit?
Really? Really?
Yes, really. I did a comment reading of this specific meme in link somewhere, where apparently I'm not sure if he's saying really as because it's the action track music, or because it's not lore friendly with the credits. That's a Star Wars thing. If he's annoyed by the lack of lore accuracy in the memes, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
Y'all probably hearing the baby crying in the background. The pug is just not happy right now.
Fun little bit of trivia. Pug was my safe word for Slaneshi time. I also tend to have that problem with cats chiming in when I'm trying to record a video.
This next one is done and requested by the absolutely loyal Space Marine.
Thank you, absolutely loyal Space Marine.
And it's For the Emperor by Sleeping Forest Productions.
Wow, a Space Marine!
Have no fear. I am the product of years of training and gene seed therapy. I'm unkillable. For the Emperor!
I'm really happy that got a good laugh out of you. I got a couple comments on this one on my voice acting for the guardsman. I'm getting over being sick, so I'm not sure if you can hear that in the audio. I was probably worse 2 days ago. Also, a little funny bit of this one was edited by the other guy, but the Gallagher sound, I told him to add a Gallagher sound to the end of it, of the smashing of the watermelon, and he took that to he put the TF2 explosion sound. So if you're wondering what that is in the background, you have a delightful laugh.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Last one for this one is from Zach, and it's Tonight on Imperial Gear. This was put forward by Sleeping Forest Productions. I'm pretty sure I've seen some shorts by them before, and I'm pretty sure I almost died.
I am not a them. I am a he.
Keep right on trucking. Here we go.
Tonight on Imperial Gear, Magnus throws a tantrum and breaks Thanos' intergalactic space highway. Lehman Russ pretends to not own a fursuit, and Fulgrim, the Palatine feeder.
On that, I actually try to steer away from Space Wolf furry memes. I think that's just not funny. It's a dead meme at this point.
Once again tries to convince everyone that tiaras are manly.
What is
I don't know, honestly. I think it might be Top Gear. It's something, I think it was someone made on Reddit. On that note was when I had him when he was editing it, I told him I do think tiaras are manly. I relate a lot to pre-horsey, pre-layer blade Fulgrim. So for the pictures there, originally there was 4 one of them being Marth, but he decided not to include that one because Lucina is a more masculine Marth, and Lucina doesn't wear a tiara.
Is it Top Gear? Is it Top Gear? Please tell me it's Top Gear. I can't remember the name of the show that sounded exactly like this and was exactly like this in every way. Let's get look. We got Highlander.
I thought it was Arnold
Witcher,
Schwarzenegger.
And Skyrim.
Okay, to be fair,
we're not gonna stop.
those three pictures aren't really
going.
tiaras, they're circlets, but that's splitting hairs.
Alright, so this is by SleepingForestProductions, and this is what drives a guardsman.
Okay, this one's actually one that I can take complete credit for, and I think this one was one of those that I kind of just woke up in the middle of the night thinking, like, I can probably make this like real quick. And looking back at it, I'm a little disappointed because of like what I know now, how I could have done this better. But I'll show you when it gets to it.
Looks like some sort of anime thing. We'll get
I believe it's from One Punch Man, but I'd never seen One Punch Man.
into it. Here we go.
Everyone, I'll sit on your face.
So that part where you hear like the ha twice is because I took audio from from two different videos. One of them I needed the clip with the girl in it, so I can put the Sororitas face over it, and the other, but that video that had that character in it didn't have the speaking line, so I took that from a comic reading, which had the same song in the background but at a different point. So I tried to like splice it best I could, but there was just that little echo in that one bit that just drives me crazy. Also, the guardsman's head is just cropped as a circle, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I took the time to actually like get the shape bits of her hair in there. The priorities. Yeah, I think that's probably where it looks the worst, where you can kind of see the bit of the snowy background, because I didn't just kind of like cut out part of the head, part of the helmet, and it's something I would have probably done now. Just a little bit of detail would probably put like an overlay of the foot of the video behind it, and cut out each rock, so when they're passing in front of his head, they're actually floating in front of the face. But that's something I didn't know how to do at the time. I guess I could hypothetically remake this, but this meme's probably like 11 months old at this point.
Oh my god, really?
And yes, he's fighting a corn berserker barehanded. That was also like the week where I was weirdly obsessed with guardsmen. I kind of wanted to like, change the narrative a bit about guardsmen, because I mean, at the spot, except for like the War of Armageddon and the Horus Heresy, where guardsmen were dying like crazy, guardsmen aren't actually like that shit tier. So I kind of made a whole week of like guardsmen positive memes, but that's when I had more time. Now I'm kind of just sticking to 2 memes a week. You liked it so much you actually played it twice.
Everyone, I'll sit on your face.
Just up.
I guess it's supposed to look like an erection. Something I kind of like too is that the screen brightness is so high on his monitor that you can see the explosion against him. Now, going all the way far back as I could, I think this is the first meme he reacted to of mine.
Saw the way this was done, immediately thought about Invincible. I have not watched Invincible.
Yes, that's the Invincible meme. I haven't seen Invincible. I'll probably watch it right now, actually. I have Amazon. I don't know why I haven't watched it.
I have not watched Invincible, but I love that meme. And I'm thinking this is that meme. So let's go.
You have no discipline. Your legion is a train wreck of debauchery and debasement. You even let monsters fight your battles, and yet you just assume I would be okay with this? Think, Fulgrim, think. Oh, Father.
Spit on me. Yeah, I think so. You've heard my voice before. You've heard my voice specifically first. I know that look on your face, old man.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, I'm done. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, Oh, Jesus, no. I'm done. Accurate. This is accurate.
Okay, so that was the short memes that he reacted to. He did a whole video on one of my videos, and this is probably going to get spliced a lot, so I'm not going to show the whole reaction because this is the longest video. But I'll chime in when it's appropriate.
All right, so Psycho Mikey asked for the Headcanon.
Thank you, Psycho Mikey.
Now, the last time I did something from Sleeping Forest Productions, I thought it was really well done.
I wonder which one he's talking about. I think he might be talking about What Drives the Guardsman. I like to think that.
Actors who will be playing each one, but now this has gone on to more of a voice role kind of thing. And I can already see Henry Cavill in here, and yeah, let's get rolling. Not even going to waste any time on it.
Destiny helps people believe there's an order to this horse shit. There isn't. What the hell?
I kind of wish I got a better clip of Henry Cavill so I could sell it more, but I don't think I knew enough about Lionel Johnson at the time to really find something that fits.
What the hell am I doing here? In this miserable place. I'm risking my life. For what exactly?
So yeah, these are the actors for Griffith and Gus respectively. I think that I'm a bit biased here because I like Pre-Heresy Fulgrim and Perfect Fulgrim. If you watch DBC, you'll kind of know I like calling him Perfect Fulgrim. There's that duality where a lot of Fulgrim's follies, actually all of Fulgrim's folly, it stems from the Lair Blade. Okay, never mind. Part of it also has to do with the Emperor. That's just a given with all the Primarchs.
This isn't the time for thinking. I should focus on wielding my sword.
Is he drinking a monster during this video?
But neither should you let rivalry cause you to underestimate.
Okay, I don't know I didn't know enough about Potoropo at the time, so I just kind of went with the audiobook voice actor for him.
Ally.
Matthew Hunt's
They
Perturabo.
are stone, and we are.
I'm not even sure it actually was Matthew.
We will fight. And we will bleed. And yet I smile.
Gary Payton.
We shall face men. Some cornered into their roles by circumstance. Some desperate murderers thrilled by luck. We shall end them all.
I like it.
As is
I
our
like
charge this day. As is our...
I went specifically with the Ezekiel voice from The Walking Dead, as opposed to Cyborg or King Uriel from Vox Machina, just because I think King Ezekiel definitely sells it more as a king of outcasts in a way, where he's kind of rising them up because he fights alongside them. And I guess he likes this choice so much so that he so much so that he put it as the thumbnail for the video with the big legit, or I can't remember what he put on the word he put on there, but it was a very nice thumbnail. Thank you for that.
Give me 100 men, it will take a week. 200? I can take it in a day.
Alexander Draymond as Lehman Russ.
Because you know that in time.
I'm actually curious if you've seen Last Kingdom. I think there's a lot of clips in there that could sell it better. Yes, Ochud of Bebimba, that I can't say that word.
It's the basic truth of the human condition.
He wins so bad at that.
That everybody lies.
Hugh Laurie as Rogal Dorn. I'm not too sure about that one, but I really love it nonetheless.
The only variable is about...
I actually tried to justify this point by making a whole "Is Dorn the best Primarch" video, and basically a lot of the comments based on the choice was that it wasn't the TTS voice, but I think with TTS is they over exaggerate the social unawareness that Dorn has to the point where it's autistic of the character, opposed to how in the books he just gradually becomes more and more nihilistic, and to be a example of nihilism than House MD. Kitty, so proud.
Priorities.
You can hear him with the crayon in the background of the audio. That's nice.
Find out what matters to them. What they're willing to die for.
There was another YouTuber, I can't remember his name. I remember his icon, but I don't remember his name. But he also used the same clip for Dorn and Hugh Laurie.
I take this.
Again, I didn't know enough about Conrad Curse, so I just went with the audiobook. I think I'll probably... I kind of want to say... Matt Mikkelsen would probably be a good Conrad, as like someone who's, how to put it, insane but on the precipice of still sane enough to know he is insane.
When riches simply adorn or fuel ambition, we see
this
envy,
one,
discord.
Pretty contentious choice, because people say that he should sound more soft-spoken because he's angelic, but when I think of an angel, I think biblically accurate angels, eyeballs of fire, shouting, "Do not be afraid. Be not afraid." And again, Sanguinius was a beast on the battlefield, and he's the progenitor of the Black Rage and the Red Thirst. Don't quote me on that.
And the temptation to sacrifice all righteousness to achieve them.
I am only grieved and ashamed that such a demon has come from our tribe.
I especially like how he just kind of he's taking it in, and you can see like the gears in his head turning.
I kind of see it.
Even if every one of us dies, it will be a battle the humans will never forget.
I kind of see it.
The hand of justice shall not be stayed. Your company continues to further the ends of justice.
Oh, funny note. I think I'm not sure if it was on this version or the cut version they had on YouTube, that Hugh Jackman thinks it's World of Warcraft because that clip is from World of Warcraft.
Of justice, you are merciful and weak. Steel your heart before the disease spreads.
I kind of see it.
You did good, son. You did good. I'm proud of you.
That is just... That hurts the heart.
It hurts the heart. It's all the heart needs.
All races united by a history long forgotten.
Really?
And
yes, really. Peter Cullen is a great voice actor, and the specific clip I'm using here I think fits with the setting, because it's like implying that he knows he's gonna die and that they're gonna be betrayed.
The future we shall face together.
I can approve of that.
Message
I can approve
so that our past.
I can approve of Optimus Prime being.
Also, if you're kept up with like the IDW comics, Optimus Prime kind of comes off as a bit of a Darwinist, and you can't get any more Darwinist than the flesh is weak. And
the voice of Paris, man.
Will always be remembered. Autobots.
Gorgons transform and roll out.
Those memories we live on. In any war, there are calms between storms.
You fought bravely.
There will be days when we lose faith. Days when our allies turn against us. But the day will never come that we forsake this planet and its people. But whenever you look to the stars, think of one of them as my soul.
Okay, this clip probably took up the longest bit of the video, but I'm really glad how this one came out. And I'll put a link to the whole video, because I think it's the lullaby for Davy Jones in the background that someone used. And the show this is from is called C, so I got a lot of comments asking about that.
I was raised to chain.
I can see it.
Whip and beat and sell innocent people.
Now, yes.
I like how it was just yes. Even though he was a gladiator, I like to assume that they took him out on like hunting raids too. So he more than likely did have to do some of the things that the character had to do in the show.
He taught me how to torture. The rage
how destructive I was.
Something that's cool about that clip is when he's kind of talking gibberish. I believe that's a Polynesian like rallying cry called haka, where they just like punch, like just bang at his chest and just rallying the warriors around him. And I would like to assume that he would have done something like that too, because like all the Primarchs to some extent were leaders.
Okay. What the fuck?
How can you be so squeamish towards that? It's 40k. It's grimdark. You can safely assume Angron would rip a guy's jaw off while he's still alive.
I have never subscribed to the theory that political power flows from the battle of a gun.
I hate it, but it's appropriate.
Thank you. It kind of reminds me of Nick Beardia, if you guys have seen that channel, where it's like they'll put something about the lore, and James is like, "You're right, but I just don't like that you're right." I think that's just like the most pleasant way of handling online discourse. Also on that note is that by the making of this video, there's already is Guilliman the best Primarch, where I have memes with him as Zach Brannigan.
That young man fills me with hope, and some other emotions that are weird and deeply confusing.
Yeah.
Say, Lemon, do you like to read? I just got a great book on tape. It's about life in ancient Greece and...
Your report describes how rational these people are millennia ago. They abandoned their belief in the supernatural. Now you are asking me to sabotage that achievement, to send them back into the dark ages of superstition and ignorance and fear? No!
I like the look on his face. Yeah, like I feel like it was getting to him. Like he got it. Patrick Stewart can sound intimidating when he wants to.
No!
So what's this for?
Scare tactics.
Yeah, I've heard of those. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Look at me. Hey, look at me.
I like that clip because you can hear him slap hit the guy while he's interrogating him. And just it's safe to assume like whoever Mortarion was interrogating doesn't want to look at him because his face is all diseased and gross. On that note, also is that I had a comment that I really liked about this clip, saying that the actor, it was a good choice because he sounds like he smokes a pack of cigarettes and gargles cholera on a daily basis.
I was waiting for this guy to appear.
I like that you know that he would show up eventually for somebody, because he definitely has a very grim, dark presence in his voice. I'm kind of conflicted on my choice for him as Magnus, mostly because I feel like Magnus' story isn't done yet. Definitely he's overdue for like a redemption arc. I'm not saying he's gonna go loyalist, but I do feel that he's not a pawn to Zeech anymore.
Wanted to see which one he would show up for. If I were to ever do, if I won $500 billion tomorrow, and I was able to make a Warhammer 40k show, I would do the War for Armageddon, technically the second War for Armageddon, and I'd cast that guy as Sebastian Yarick.
Yes, Yarick. I think this video came out before Hammer and Bolter showed Yarick, and they probably should have had gone out of the way. I mean, he lives in the UK. They could have, chilled out. Well, how many speaking lines does he have in that show? I don't even think it would have been that much. Like, that would have been that many speaking lines.
Like, just right out of the gate, hands down, no questions asked from me. I'd be literally at his front door begging the guy to do the role, because...
Voice role, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Borax would not have made such an error.
Let's see.
Strange, is it not, that so many I wish beside me...
I don't know enough about Horus, and I don't really care to know too much more about Horus, so... Audiobook voice actor.
Stand against me, while at my back are only the flawed and damaged. I am a master of broken monsters.
I could have just had like Dwayne The Rock Johnson as him. I don't think anyone would have bat an eye, because barely anyone cares about Horus.
Through pain, we're rewriting the song.
He was taken aback by that part. I guess he wasn't expecting the sudden change in music.
Jonathan Keeble? I can really see it.
I really hope I got the right voice.
Every life, every death, every
I think that was his name.
Alright, Jonathan Keeble is one of those voice actors.
There's a kind of pseudo animated scene of this that I got the audio from. Link in description.
Who legitimately could voice just about anything and it would sound excellent. I am a very big fan of his work in all the 40k audio novels.
Cry of pain across these burning worlds thins the veil between reality.
On it, I feel like you make a fair point there, but I feel that Lorgar probably deserves it the most. I can't tell if that's mouse or not. I hope it is.
Was the genesis of the storm.
You should go full boomer and have like the white one, the sugar-free one.
Magnus, I will make an entire subsector suffer enough that the curtain falls and the 500 worlds drown in the warp. Tell me you feel it. Tell me you can hear the million demons shrieking and baying.
That part, I'm not sure if he was wincing at the voice acting because he did a good job because he made his voice sound kind of shrill, or is he wincing at the part with about the demons because it's just creepy. And then the palate cleanser, and a lot of comments like people said that it's nice the tone shift from Lorgar to Vulcan. I had them ordered based on the number of the legions, but I kind of wish I had ordered it by like the length of the clips, but it worked out fine. Oh, and I think he liked this one so much so because that was the first one he knew was coming because it was just smack dab in the middle. It was a thumbnail for that video.
Let me tell you something that my father told me.
Yes, this is why.
Look at the stars.
This is the thumbnail.
The great king.
This is why this was the thumbnail, because
it was a thumbnail because that's the one YouTube auto-generated for it. I actually didn't know which one to put. Face.
Frankly, yeah, he's one of the only ones that I think could properly voice Vulcan. Vulcan needs to have a voice that is just absolutely reassuring, but at the same time has enough of that, okay, if something were to
intimidation,
happen, this very wise man could do something. I don't know what point I'm trying to make there, but James Earl Jones voiced Vader, for crying out loud. So, okay, shutting up, moving on, let's roll with it.
Kings of the past.
And I'm still irritated that they replaced him. I'm still irritated that they didn't try to do something with his voice for the Vader lines in, like, Rogue One.
Vulcan lives. I can't do Vulcan lives right now. Sure, it's an anime voice actor, but I think Liam O'Brien. That's this quote he says. Like, he doesn't mean to be typecast or to play as emo boys, but he just always falls back into it. Kind of same really applies to what's his name? Corvus Corax. Corvus Corax was the first. The Raven Guards were actually the first legion that caught my eye, and I think probably the first models I've painted to completion.
I don't have a lot of ordnance left, but I can still do some damage and get them off your back for a couple of minutes.
So the reason why it was split into two different videos, it was an altercation I had with the old partner for the channel that he wanted to make the video monetizable, and the Boondog Saint clip at the end made it not eligible. So it was kind of a greedy decision, and I was very frustrated with it because I was seeing all the comments asking about Omegon and Alfarius. But since that video made its money, I privated it and then just put up unprivated the full uncut version, which is probably the one that which is pretty sure that's the one he linked, and the one I actually wanted everyone to see.
Talking about
Yeah, Carter. I am. I'm not just gonna give up and turn on you or burn out. To hell with that. I'm a soldier.
I particularly like that line, or in that character he was voicing for XCOM The Bureau, which is kind of an underrated game, and he kind of got buried under like the library of PS3 games. At release, the game was broken, but it kind of like Fallout New Vegas with the patches. It's a hidden gem. I definitely recommend people checking it out.
Okay, so basically, he has Sean Patrick Flannery and
Norman Reedus
as Alpharius and Abaddon. Now, the reason that this is so great is because they were the two characters from the Boondock Saints. And if you've never watched the Boondock Saints, I highly recommend you go out and watch this movie. But in any case, that's the Headcanon Primarch voices. Once again, I really, really did enjoy this.
Thank you.
This again was made by, one second, I'm an idiot, Sleeping Forest Productions. And any, please drop a like on his videos because he does, like, I never even thought about doing this. I mean, of course, I've thought about who my headcanon voices would be. I just never thought about doing something like this, where I just put them in a video. I don't know why I never did that, but
I'm not the first one to do it either.
You know, it's something we've all thought about. Who would sound best?
But I think the guy that I got the idea from, he used a lot of clips from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and I forget the name of the guy, the villain from Mulan for Giganticon. And I think a comment I did get about Giganticon was people were saying like, oh, he doesn't have an Asian accent. He needs to have that. I don't think that's a good point. And so I decided, I put my opinion out there. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it, but it's out there.
As X, who would sound best as Y? He actually did it, and I really can appreciate that. The last one he did was something we've all talked about doing. Who would be best served, as, Sanguinius in a live action, or, as Rogal Dorn. He actually put those in
I think he's got me confused with somebody else. I think that was a different YouTuber.
Into a video, and all but one I really agreed with, and that was William Dafoe.
It definitely wasn't me. I don't think I would have put William Dafoe
aside from that,
as any of the Primarchs.
Please drop a like on the video, subscribe, and I have a Patreon down below if you guys like to support the channel.
I too have a Patreon.
Catch you guys next time.
You sexy son of a bitch, thank you for watching all the way through. It helps me out a lot in the algorithm. If you leave a comment, like and subscribe, share this with your elderly grandparents, and if you want to help me out a little further, there's a Patreon page in the link in the description.
Fucking pay attention to what I say.